What's going on, everybody? I cannot believe it. And I'm going to tell you what I can't believe. It seems like just yesterday I was doing my research on getting dreadlocks and everything that went along with that very process. And unlike most people, I done research for a few years. I had the idea about 7 years ago that I really liked it, everything about it, just letting loose, not being bound down by constructs of normal society, if you will, just that whole letting go. And I've always been one with nature, not really much cared for people so much. I just get along better when I'm not around so many people. And don't get it twisted. If you're my kind of people, if you got a good heart, you mean well, we vibing, that's cool. But otherwise, I'm not necessarily a people person. At any rate, I've done a lot of research on getting dreadlocks and what it'd be like, and I know there's a lot of stuff that comes along with it. A lot of people hating on you, a lot of people embracing you, and you just not knowing what to think or do or say. And in truth, you're just doing it for you. So you're not gonna have all the answers, but you will learn as you go along. Listen, folks, my name is Wiggles, and a year ago today, I got my hair locked up. And it's so crazy. Like, when I done my hair initially, and I'm going to put a video clip of that in this video. It should play here shortly. But when I done my dreadlocks, my hair was straight all the way down to my shoulder, kind of where it is now. And then when they got locked up, they actually shrunk up, like up here by my ears. Like, I lost every bit of 6 inches of hair length. And I'm like, man, it is going to take forever for this stuff to grow back. And oh, wow, and it was an experience. It was a shock. It kind of looked dorky. I didn't necessarily even like the look of it at first, but I was happy I finally done it. I went through the year now, and, well, January 6th officially is my year mark, and I've had a few maintenance sessions. I had one at Oopsie, that's what I'll call it. I done something that you're not supposed to do, which we will touch on that here a little bit further down in the video. But aside from that, I really learned a lot of self-control and just letting go. And it has been an amazing, beautiful journey. And I'm just going to touch down on a few of the main points that I have learned in this first year. So if you'll stick around for the rest of this video, great. If you haven't, or you already left, or you're thinking about it, that's okay too. I appreciate your time and effort, and just remember, Wiggles loves you. For those of you that are actually going to stick around, we're going to check this video now, the before and after transformation, and then we will touch on our topic points. So you can see here down past my shoulders, kind of, not the best video, but you can tell. And then, bam, it is that weird, awkward, up above my ear. Yeah, so needless to say, it got really short. It went from being like here, long and straight, to like up here on my ears. And quite frankly, it looked ugly. I think, personally. I'm not saying yours is gonna look ugly, depending on how much hair length you have when you do it, and just what you're accustomed to. I've known myself to have long hair pretty much my whole life, but I didn't regret it. You gotta make that plunge. You gotta commit. You gotta finally let go, accept just everything as is, and be committed to doing it. Because again, a year later, and these things are looking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Even the frizz, beautiful. Because that's part of it. Letting go. Not confiding to, normal social constructs and, like, you know, how people think you should look and be. I've never felt more myself than having dreadlocks, and I'm sure people around me can even attest to that. I mentioned prior, I made an oopsie, so I'm going to touch on that real quick. The oopsie that I made was my original loctician, her whole household got sick after I went to the gathering of the Juggalos. There's a video on my channel of that if you're curious, but I wanted to get maintenance done. My hair was real, just all over the place, and, you know, I done had Faygo poured in it 1,000,000 times and cleaned it out, and, you know, I just wanted a checkup, and she couldn't do it right then. So I started looking for other locticians, and I found one, and she had been in the business for about 7 years, so she said, and, you know, I set up the appointment, and it's my fault because I didn't ask. But long story short, she ended up interlocking my hair. And one thing you're going to learn if you're Caucasian and you're watching this is our hair is not made or meant to be interlocked because it's not as strong as somebody that's African American or Indian even or something like that. So it can make your hair like fall out and mess up. But ironically, I done that. And then I had that mindset. I'm like, well, whatever. I guess it's fried, so I'm just going to do it to it. And I took the more natural, free-form approach from there on out. I just let my hair do what it was going to do, tried to separate if I felt anything getting attached, and that was that. Well, I went just recently and got it checked and, you know, ended up doing maintenance on it. And she said it was fine. It didn't ruin it, but she wouldn't recommend me doing it again and getting on track with the crochet method. In truth, I am going to probably take a more free-form, natural approach from here on out because I don't care about mine being perfectly round or nothing like that. I kind of just like the bumps and twists and bends and the Grinch fingers and stuff like that. So yeah, topics real quick. This video is already too long. Shampoo, I stuck with the Dread HQ. You can find a short video on this channel. I have used that and that shampoo only. Is there other shampoos out there that probably work? Sure, but that worked for me at the beginning and it continued to work. And why wouldn't I continue using something that works? It's at a good price. I've never seen the price jump up since buying it. And that's just the shampoo I recommend. But anything natural, you know, would be alright for your hair as well. Oh, I know I'm missing some topics here, but yeah, a year, guys. It's crazy, and I'm looking forward to the next year. One thing I did do was I did end up adding some dye to one of these locks. You can't even hardly tell. It's faded out now. I think I done a video on it. And I would say if you're going to do dye, use vegan hair dye, stuff that doesn't have the bleaching process, the chemical process, that's more natural again and healthy for your hair. And think about it, red bleeds and turns into pink. So there's that. I was going to do my whole head red, and I'm glad that I didn't. Now I'm going to use it as a marker. I'm going to add my mom's hair and maybe my sister's hair into this lock, and it'll always be a reminder of that's what that is. If you guys have any questions, any topics that you want me to talk about in my first year that I missed in this video, please, please, please let me know in the comments.